This story is not just a simple revenge story, it is a complicated revenge story. Ellie finally finds Abby, and in this final scene, we can see the personal struggles Ellie is going through. We see the struggle between her desire to move on and forgive, and the desire for vengeance. She pulls out a knife, she could end it here, and is seemingly tempted, but instead she saves Abby by cutting her rope, just like Abby spared her life twice. Now Ellie spares her. Ellie does not attack Abby but rather follows her to the boat, and at that point there, I feel conflicted. Abby is saving Lev, just like Joel saved Ellie countless times. If Ellie takes revenge, would it be like killing Joel himself? Will she indirectly kill Lev too? She gets on her own boat and is about to let Abby go. This would have cemented her redemption. Her demons of revenge would have been overcome, but she is unable to resist those demons and decides to end it. She fights Abby and defeats her. She's drowning her and will inevitably end it if she chooses. She has a vision of Joel, lets go of Abby, and lets her leave. In that vision, Ellie says she wanted to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered, but you took that from me. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that, but I would like to try.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I think this vision of Joel reminded Ellie that she has to try to forgive people, or it is also possible that she saw in Abby Joel himself, since, like I said, Abby is saving Lev. I wonder if she empathized with Abby because she understood that Abby was plagued with the same terrible desire for revenge that was affecting her. She knows that Abby was fueled by the desire to kill the person who murdered her dad. In an older scene, right when Abby shows up to where Ellie was stationed in Seattle, we can see that Ellie's demeanor and words when she first sees Abby are almost empathetic of Abby's situation. "I know why you killed Joel," she says.
Fuck. All right. Stop! Stop!
Toss your weapon.
Toss your weapon! Fuck!
No.
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There is no cure because of me. I am the one that you want.
Even before this event where Abby arrives, Ellie is ready to move on. When Tommy says, "They got what they deserved," Ellie says, "But she gets to live." Tommy says, "Yes, is that okay?" And Ellie says, "It has to be."
Hey. They got what they deserved.
But she gets to live.
Yeah. Is that okay?
It has to be.
I feel like Ellie realized she crossed the line when she killed Mel, a pregnant woman. Mel being pregnant probably reminded her of Dina. The people that she was killing were in fact human beings, and it took her killing an innocent pregnant woman before realizing this. This is probably when she initially decided to stop hunting down Abby, when she realized the monster she had become because she sought vengeance. In the end, by not finishing off Abby, Ellie finally breaks the cycle of revenge. Revenge was a plague that was destroying her life. Revenge was the reason why she left her family. She finally moves on and lets go of the past. Forgiving Abby brings her back in touch with her humanity, something that was constantly being held back by her desire for revenge. As we know, when Abby ambushed Ellie and defeated her in their first fight, she spared Ellie and Dina. Abby was the first to forgive Ellie and break off the cycle of revenge, in large part because of Lev. Ellie broke off the cycle of revenge when she spared Abby, in large part because of Joel. Both characters broke off their cycle of revenge. The ending is a good ending for a story that cannot have the happiest of ending. Both characters survive, break their desire for revenge, and move on to the next chapters in their lives. Ironically, if Ellie had not come back to kill Abby, Abby and Lev would have died. Therefore, by having Ellie come back with killing intentions, she saves Abby and gave her another chance at life. Unfortunately, it is not the best ending possible because Ellie comes back to an empty house, showing the lasting consequences of her desires to seek revenge. Her lover and her family is gone. She will probably live with regret all her life, and on top of that, she will have to live with PTSD for the rest of her life. What is interesting when we speak of forgiveness is the aspect of forgiving someone without them having asked for forgiveness in the first place. Ellie never asked Abby for forgiveness for killing her friends and lover, and Abby never asked Ellie for forgiveness for having killed Joel. Yet there is an unspoken understanding from both of these characters that when they don't finish each other off, that they forgive the other, and that they do that for themselves. Not for the person that they are forgiving, but to remove the burden of revenge on their own shoulders. Forgiveness, therefore, is synonymous with moving on. This was a deeply emotional and even traumatizing game for me to play. It was as deeply emotional as the first game, and definitely more traumatizing. It is not a game you can casually play just for fun. It is an experience. I initially wanted to play the Game Plus version of this game, but I felt like I was not ready to be thrown in the emotional roller coaster that it is. After a few days, I got over those feelings, and I am now playing the Game Plus version of the game. I highly recommend you do so because there's a tremendous amount of details you get to appreciate only when you know what the story is. I will make another video about what I noticed while playing Game Plus that I did not notice before, and so far there's plenty to talk about.